you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Lilly the Lash and Friends. I'm Lilly the Lash, the star and main character of the most incredible children's book series, The Life and Times of Lilly the Lash. Yep, it's really me, and I'm so excited that we're hanging out together. When I'm not busy flying around somewhere, helping someone in one of my books, I'm reading the letters my fans send me and talking to you about all sorts of subjects on this podcast. If you haven't yet heard about my books, you might want to check them out. They have the most unbelievable pictures with the most amazing characters from the most unique locations, and they come with tons of free stuff. Who doesn't love free? The books are also filled with good character lessons like respect and honesty and sharing. I could literally talk to you about those kinds of subjects until you were all grown up and going off to college. But what I think you'd rather do is hear directly from one of my friends who recently sent me this real live true story about a memorable situation that happened one day while she and her family were out for a drive in their car. Come along now as we explore our friend's story. This is from Sophia. She's from Fishhawk, Florida, and she's 9 years old. Sophia writes, "Dear Lilly the Lash, there's a story I would love to tell you about. It's about a time when my family helped a homeless man. So the story goes, when we were in our car, I looked out the window and I saw a man holding a sign that said that he needed food and water. I told my parents that there was a homeless man standing outside who needed food and water and that I'd like to help him. We looked through the car, but there were no water bottles in the car. Then I noticed there was a can of seltzer water. I rolled down the window and called him over. I felt bad because we usually have a whole box of water bottles in our car all the time. I gave him the seltzer water and he thanked me and went back to where he was standing before I called him over. It felt so good that we could help him. I'm glad that we were able to give him something to drink. It felt good." The end. P.S. I hope you are staying safe and are having an amazing time. I will write you again soon. Love, Sophia. Hey there, Miss Sophia. Well, thank you so much for writing me this beautiful letter. And I might add, congratulations. You are now part of what is good, loving, and right in our world today. Helping anyone who needs something as basic as food, water, or clothing of some sort is a true act of caring. Lots and lots of people need help in one way or another. And of course, we can't help everyone all the time because that's kind of sort of impossible. But when we reach out and do what we can for someone who comes into our life, even if it's on the side of the road, it matters. It matters to them because they needed something. It matters to you because you were able to provide something. And it matters to the world because it shows support and kindness for someone who happens to be struggling in their life at that particular time. This is compassion. Life can be filled with so much happiness and fun. When things in our lives are going along just fine, with no problems or issues, that's just terrific. But there are times when things can happen to us that leave us feeling worried, scared, or alone. It's sad, but homelessness exists, and there can be many reasons for it too. Sometimes people don't have enough money to pay for their bills or their rent, so they end up living on the streets or in the parks. It's not something that they want to have happen, and many times they can't change their circumstances. So when anyone can help a homeless person, maybe offer them something to make them feel better, even if it's only a smile, it can ease their worries and help make their day less stressful. That, my friend, is showing compassion. And that same compassion for that moment in time offers that person an opportunity to take a break from their daily troubles. May it only be to simply sit quietly, open a can of seltzer water, and quench their thirst. That may not seem like a big deal to you or me, but I assure you, for that person, it can bring calm to their whole entire day. I know when we see a homeless person, they can often appear to be in a bit of a mess. Their clothes can look dirty and torn, and you might think that they would benefit from a nice, hot bubble bath. But what might be normal to you and me, like a morning bath and a fresh set of clothes, isn't always possible for them. It's really important that we remember to feel very grateful for all of the good that happens in our lives. And if we can, reach out and help others when we can. Okay, I've been fibberjitting for long enough now, and I need to get moving on with my day. But before I stretch my wings, I'd like to know if any of my friends have a story they'd like to share with the other listeners. Maybe it's a concern, or maybe it's a heartwarming good deed. You decide. Either way, I'd love to hear from you. All you have to do is have your parent or guardian contact me through the author of the series, Julie Woik. You can find her email address on my website, which is lillythelash.com. That's LILLYTHELASH.com. Well, that's it for now. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Remember, Lily's always listening. It doesn't take much for us to say something kind. Together, we can make the world a better place in the blink of an eye. See you later!